Sandro is with Artemis, and the last thing that Artemis sees is Sandro nod to him, kneel down, and ingest an ice table mountain. And then his body vanishes as it goes to another plane of existence.
You mean mushroom, right?
What did I say? Ice table. Oh, did I say
mountain.
mountain? Sorry. Ice table mushroom. My mistake. Lorian wakes up from her interplanar journey and is also waking up from the hallucinogens that she also breathed in the spores of. And you feel like you have some kind of connection to Gonadar. You're not sure which plane of existence you were in, but you're back here, and the icy cold water is sobering you up. Cedric has successfully healed Nim. She's recovering faster than you've ever seen anything like that before, and you're an expert at medicine, so this very odd concoction you've made following the recipe that was given to you by Starry is working better than you can imagine. Falmanar is brushing off the hallucinogens as well. He made his way out of the cloud of spores. He's behind Artemis.
Okay, so since I am sobering up, shaking, traumatized, shuddering, I look over at there were three like dead, dried ice table mushrooms left, yeah?
Let me confirm that for you. Also, are you a male or female currently? Because I know you switch back and forth and whatnot.
You know, I honestly don't remember right now.
So there
we can go with female because I think I was male before, but you know, hey, I just went to another plane, so.
But that's not what changes it. So
Oh,
I'm the one that dictates it. I'm just trying to remember what you were. I think you were male last time we played.
Yes, I was male.
So you're still male. There were 3 living mushrooms. 1 you ingested, 1 was used for the medicine, and 1 was just ingested by Sandra. There are 2 dead ones remaining.
Okay, I'm gonna stuff those 2 dead mushrooms. 2 dead ice table.
In your packets.
Yeah. No, never. Yeah, I'm gonna stuff them in my prison wallet. Yes, they're gonna go in my pack.
I wasn't sure if they were gonna go into your robe or your whatever, your mouth. You've already stuffed one in your mouth.
Yeah. So. Yes.
Let me take this phone call. I apologize. Bad timing. One moment. Carry on.
Mic off.
I think I've had enough shrooms for one day.
The prison wallet. It's just a lot of cups.
The prison wallet.
In Atlas, I always had a small boat named Prison Wallet. Especially when I played this werewolf.
I accidentally deafened myself, and I was super confused as to why everyone was quiet.
Oh, yeah,
Mic
we were
on.
talking about prison wallets.
I'm
Anyway,
back.
welcome back, Steve.
Thank you. Right, so Lorian, what were you doing once you now have those in your inventory? Yep, those are the last 2 remaining.
Hello? Is anyone there? Oh God!
Cedric, I'll roll a die for you. His perception is like plus something crazy, isn't it? It's like
Plus 8.
you rolled a total of like 27. So yeah, you hear her. I'm gonna turn you up because you're a little quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, me too, actually.
I'm here. I exist. Yeah.
This is a bad place! And I don't like it! And it's very dark!
I hadn't gathered that. I mean, yeah, ancient runes tend to do that.
I need help getting out!
Okay. And I'll get up, tell them to stay safe, and not go anywhere. It's not just going anywhere anyways, but whatever.
They also hear you as well. Yeah, you all hear. You all hear.
And I'll go over to where I heard Lorian's voice.
I'll move your token. There is a little bit of a waterfall that Artemis and Dominar have to climb up.
We're climbing up it? Okay.
Yeah, you can climb on the rocks next to it, so that'll just be an athletics check. I'm gonna have Nim follow Cedric as well.
Yeet.
Nice.
At this point, Reslin is just wandering off somewhere in the darkness exploring, so you don't know where she is at the moment.
She went
Says
running.
no clue what's going on.
Correct.
'Cause I don't know where I am.
I did a bad thing.
What did
I
you
I
didn't-
do?
mean, that just sounds like your entire group.
Well, true, but I don't know what those mushrooms were in that other room, but they made me really want to eat an ice table mushroom, and I tried to stop, and that tiefling, she tried to stop me, but I'm very strong, you know. I'm a wizard, and
That's just a lie.
I work out, okay?
Let's be real. No, you don't.
But all right,
Hello.
but
Hello.
Yeah.
Nim, I ate an ice table mushroom, and I talked to that. Oh, I think that I actually was there. Oh God, I didn't realize it was real. Oh
What
fuck!
happened?
I talked to that which lurks beneath that tentacly eye. Fuck.
Okay,
Oh
well,
God.
I think we all had a bit of an experience, but
Right.
I'm sure it's just
No.
nonsense.
No, I can feel him. I'm sober and I can feel him now. I can feel him. I'm connected to him in the back of my head. He's there creeping behind my eyes. He doesn't control me, but I can sense him. It's real. It's real. He has plans for us. Oh God.
Are you sure you're still not high?
Yes, I'm
okay.
sure.
Hmm.
I think we should get her some medical attention. Him? Some medical
Nim.
attention?
Nimalway, he said that he brought your aunt and your uncle and my cousin together. He made them get together, and that your uncle belongs to him, and that we're connected to him, and he's going to use us. You've got to resist Nim. That thing is fucking evil.
I thought we already knew that.
Okay,
But
so
it
I'm
tried
gonna
to
fill
seduce me.
I'm gonna fill Nim in briefly. So Nim, the only thing you missed so far is that you are completely recovered from the rot. Cedric cured you with a concoction he made from a lot of different herbs he had. And all you know is that the other adventurers, Artemis, Falminar, Sandro, and Lorien, ventured off into the caves, and
Cedric, yeah.
Cedric. Well, Cedric, I think, was staying and healing Nim. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I was chilling with Nick.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And
And
so
then I got
they're all talking about different things that they've seen. Some of them might be hallucinations, some of them might not be. That's for you to decide in character. Cedric, you do notice, with your expertise in nature, that there is some brown powder on all three of them, and you suspect this to be what are called etin mushrooms, which are hallucinogenic, and they have spores that cause hallucinogens.
No one's gonna believe me. That's great.
Did you guys happen to breathe any of that brown fuzz in?
What,
I got a musket.
Yeah. I think all of us happened to breathe that in.
Hmm.
There was a
Well,
lot
that
of things
explains
going on
the
at once.
hallucinations.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Powerful stuff.
I ate the last ice table mushroom. I felt my soul get sucked out of my body. That was real. The baby wasn't real, but this was. I swear it.
How
I thought
how can you even distinguish that from the rest of the trips that you've been having?
because I'm sober and I can still feel him there.
Right. Okay. I guess I'll believe you for the time being, but I'm gonna need a little bit more evidence than just feeling his presence.
All of you
Well-
hear,
Well,
all of you
TKI, so
hear
I'm just gonna
at
go
this
along with it.
at this moment. You all hear a scream just down the tunnel behind Cedric and Nim, and it sounds like Reslin.
What do you do now?
Oh god, we gotta get up there.
Oh, yeah, we should go.
That girl is not. She probably shouldn't be left unsupervised. I don't think she quite knows what's going on.
Y'all
With-
left her unsupervised?
I was flying
Oh, yeah, y'all
across
were high.
space
Fair
and
point.
time.
That's an overstatement, or maybe
Her
it wasn't, I don't
scream
know.
is
Either
cut
way.
short in the middle of your conversation.
Help me up.
I drop a rope. Well, I hold one end of the rope and drop the rest.
All right.
So y'all
So
make
what
an
should I-
athletics. Anybody who's climbing up needs to make athletics.
I would
Um,
like to help them up.
Strong wizard.
So
So,
I'm a little
if you
confused
do-
in Roll20. If I roll someone else's character sheet, does it change their stats, or does it just do their stats? I don't
No,
know.
if you
No.
click on their sheet, it shouldn't change their stats.
If
Okay,
you
I'm
use
gonna
their
do that.
stats, they'll just use their stats.
Okay, so Artemis did a 15, so you're all climbing up just fine. It's a fairly easy climb. You all are a little bit chilly from the water though. So how do you want to run down this hallway, or what would you like to do? What order would you like to do this in?
I guess Beefy Tank Boy take first spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Alright,
chill with him and not go first.
I'm gonna follow behind
So
Beefy Boy.
I think it was so Cedric still has light cast upon his, was it chest or was it his staff?
Oh, my stick? Oh, I do? Nice.
Somebody cast light on you. I think it was Reslin cast light on one of you, so you could see in the dark. You're the only one who can't see in the dark. You don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rest in peace. Alright then, I guess we're gonna.
So yeah, you see two Yeti that were looming over Reslin's unconscious body, and they turn to you just as they were about to strike her, and you must make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
Mm-hmm. Their eyes are glowing in the dark. 19. You actually do very well, and you are not
What do I
affected
know
by.
about these Yetis?
You're not affected by
Or do I
their
not see any?
chilling gaze. Well, we established earlier that you had a difficult time identifying their footprints. You don't know much about them. You know that they reside in the cold. You know that they're animalistic. You know that they hunt savagely. You don't know much else about them. That you know they can dig, burrow, slash with their claws, and that they're pretty basic creatures. They don't use much magic that you
Think
know
that would
of.
make sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Get it.
And then Lorian, make a perception roll, because it is a little bit of a winding passage here. This is going to be whether or not you see the Yeti. Lorian.
Yeah, I'm clicking it.
Mm-hmm.
Why no go?
Could be lagging. There you
Oh,
go, it
jeez.
lagged.
Yeah,
We're taking
sorry.
the first
Let's go
one.
with the first one.
We're taking the first one, which is actually a bad thing in this situation, because you do see the Yeti behind, and
Uh-huh.
it locks eyes with you. Make a Constitution saving throw, please. Okay, this is not good for you. So
Ouch.
what happens is the Yeti makes what's called a chilling gaze, and
Uh-huh.
you take 3d6 cold damage and are paralyzed for a minute. You're entranced by its cold gaze. So make
Okay.
a 3d6 roll of cold damage.
What, me a 3d6 roll?
Yes, 3d6. You're taking 3d6 cold damage.
Ouch.
You take 10 damage. So mark that on your character sheet. And then from here on out, we can move to initiative, I guess. Which
Oh, yes.
now that we've
Sorry, I
all
forgot to.
entered the same area, so initiative. I'm gonna roll for the two Yeti.
Oh,
Sorry, I forgot to change my user pick there. It's from a different campaign. I'm not a dragonkin playing the bagpipes.
Okay, so the back Yeti. Okay, so Lorian goes first.
Steve,
Yes. Oh yeah.
Roll for
Someone
me.
can somebody roll for him?
I don't think anyone has access to my sheet.
I'll do it. Let's see here. We have Cedric. He's about to roll initiative, bio and info, character sheet, core, initiative, and then we're going to roll for Artemis. Reslin is incapacitated at the moment. I will say she's not at 0 HP, but she's incapacitated. So we have 12 and 17. So next will be, after the back Yeti, is going to be Artemis. Then we have, let's see, we have the front Yeti, and then we have Valminar.
Alright, so I'm first, right?
Yes. Unfortunately, you are stunned, though. You're paralyzed by the chilling gaze, which sucks.
Oh, so it doesn't matter. Alright.
Right. So now
Cool,
we
cool,
have
cool, cool.
the back Yeti is charging Valminar, who's wearing full plate, which is pretty dope. Do you have a shield? I forget.
I think so. Let's see. I do.
Okay, cool. So you probably have a really high AC. What is your AC?
I have 18.
That's pretty sweet. Okay, this Yeti is making 2 claw attacks.
Wait, Val, so you have plate armor?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have 18 plus 2 from shield.
So what's his total?
So he has
so I
a
have
20 AC right now.
Okay.
Which means at the 20 then.
This was an absolutely mad lad roll that this Yeti had for its first attack. Normally you would probably not get hit so easily with your so it rolled a 20 before it had a +6 on it, so it rolled a 26 on you for this first attack.
Oh shit!
Let me see if the second one attacks, and then we'll do the damage. Let me see if the second one hits. The second one just scrapes across the metal of your chest piece and it does not hurt you. So the first one hurts. That's going to be a 1d6 plus 4 plus 1d6 of cold damage. I'll do the roll for that. Roll 1d6 plus 4. Do I put a space on that? I guess not, right? So that's 8 slashing damage. And then you're taking 1d6 of cold, unless you have anything that prevents cold, which I don't think you do.
I don't.
Okay, that's going to be another 6 damage of cold.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Okay, Artemis. Let me see. How do I want to play Artemis? Let me take a look at this character real quick. There's a lot of multitasking here. What is his weapon of choice? He's got a lot of melee. He doesn't have any long-range physical weapons. Let me see his spells. Okay, we're going to do... Remember if he has any slots used up. I don't think he does.
Fixed my user pick, but I don't know if it's gonna display right for everybody else.
It doesn't. I think you might have to leave and rejoin.
I did. I think everybody would have to, so don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm just checking one spell he has that I'm not familiar with. Why isn't it loading? Artemis. He might do Vicious Mockery though, let me see. Okay. For some reason my Google's not loading Pyrotechnics. I have no idea what that spell does. Could somebody look up Pyrotechnics for me? Because my Google's just not loading that spell. I don't know why it's not loading it. Oh, here it is. Creates a firework display to blind smoke to blind enemies or obscure yourself. He is going to do the cantrip of Vicious Mockery. So he moves forward, does Vicious Mockery on the first Yeti, and he insults the Yeti's weight because the Yeti looks a little chunky. So the Yeti has to do a wisdom saving throw. Here we go. And Artemis's spellcasting is what now? Let's see, his spellcasting... What is his spellcasting? It's, what is it, wisdom, no, charisma for a bard, plus... God damn it.
No idea.
This is why it's difficult to play characters.
Never played a bard.
Let me see what his wisdom roll is. His wisdom roll is, it was like a 3 anyway, so he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. That's a 1d... It's a 1d4 psychic damage, which is incredibly low, but that's fine. He has disadvantage on next attack roll, though, because it did affect him. Okay, next is the back Yeti. Okay, so that is only one psychic damage on the front Yeti, but has disadvantage. The back Yeti now runs up to you and is slowed because he's using the same space. It's really tight in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes 2 attacks on you. Okay, but thankfully you have a lot of armor. You are the tank of the group in case you did not know that already.
Oh no, I knew.
So with the +6, it's a total of 20. Did you say you had 19 or 20 or 21? What was your AC?
I have 20.
So if it matches, it hits, right? Fuck. Sucks for you.
God damn.
So
Alright,
we're gonna do
these
the
two
damage.
gotta get it, though.
Yeah, these are getting good rolls right here. I mean, it rolled a 14, but it had a +6, so yeah. So I'm gonna roll that damage to this. Slashing damage.
Please don't be anything.
6 plus. It's gonna be 1d6 plus 4 for the slashing. That's 6 slashing and then 1d6 cold. His claws, they slice directly. Oops, sorry. They cut in between the plate mail, and you feel your body chill as it does that. I didn't even do the second attack yet. Let me see. The second attack, once again, slashes on your shield, and you are safe. Next is Falminar's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna beat the shit out of these guys now. So I'm gonna... Well, I gotta figure out.
So their armor class is a natural armor of 12.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw my well, not throw it, but I'm gonna use my battle axe on them, and then I also have... Oh, that's not good.
Oh no.
But I have an extra attack that I can do.
Go for it.
So
Go for it.
do it again. There we go.
So which one are you attacking? The one on the right, which was originally the front one, or the one on the left, which is
The one on the right.
Okay. 7 damage. Let me put that in. Good hit. Alright. Next, we have Lorian. Let me check this chilling gaze. That sucks balls. Oh, you can repeat the saving throw at the end. My mistake. Yeah, do a saving throw right now for Constitution. Tell me what you get. No, this would be Lorian. This would be Lorian.
Oh, okay.
You're unstunned now, so you can do what you will. Now, technically, that was supposed to be at the end of each of your turns. So technically, this roll should have been done on your first initiative turn, which then was done at the end of your turn, now making this turn available. That's basically what happened. So now you're free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any space to either side of Falminar there? I'm imagining if 2 Yetis can squeeze in side by side, there is some space on either side of him, right?
So basically, their speed is slowed down because they're occupying almost the same area. Yeah.
But I can cast a spell.
Depends on the spell. You can, but it depends on the spell. Certain spells that are projectiles might have a chance of hitting Falminar, depending on the type of spell. Depends what the spell is.
Well, okay, I'm gonna guess that he's like here is less than a 20-foot radius. Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's Reslin is also in that 20-foot radius. So.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be good. So yeah. All right. So
Hello.
hello. I kind of want to like duck to the side of it so I don't crispy fry Falminar, and I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
The Scorching Ray. Can I read it? Just cast it in the chat so I can read it first before you do anything. I just want to describe the cone. I want to see the cone of how that works. So I can...
It's. All right. Let me. No, sorry.
I'll Google it. Hold on. Scorching Ray. Okay, we have. Okay, so that would be a. You create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. You can hurl. So these don't. So these would be ranged spell attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you're in a pretty good spot though, because you're standing next to Falminar. So.
Yeah.
Make which one? Well, first of all, what are you planning to hit with the 3 of them? There's three different rays. So which one would you like to hit? And how would you like to aim?
I'd like the first 2 on this guy, the front guy, and then the 3rd on that guy. I want to light him up.
Okay, make your 3 attack rolls.
Alright, well, I already rolled 1, so...
Sorry, you said 2 on the right and 1 on the left, right? Okay. The first one hits. First one hits for sure. So,
Ooh.
so the first one was 3. The
Oh.
second one was 16. Is that what that is saying? Why is
What?
it a 6
Okay.
plus 10? What is that?
I got a natural 20 on the 3rd one.
Is that why it's getting a 6 plus 10?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
I
Okay.
believe so. I don't know.
Cool.
That's what it's saying anyway.
Okay.
So.
All right. That does a significant amount of damage to that Yeti on the right. It is also screaming in fear and in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Something I'll tell you out of character, this fire damage creates disadvantages on attack rolls that this creature has for its next turn.
Oh, I know.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. So.
And don't you have one more? Oh, that was for the one on the right. I didn't do the 8 damage. Sorry, I put the
Yeah.
14 damage on the other one. Let me fix that.
So it's 8. It's 11 damage on the one on the right if these both hit, and then 16 damage on the one on the left.
Okay. Fuck. Let me fix this.
Yeah.
11 damage you said on the one on the right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And 16 on the left.
Got it. All right.
And they're burning. Hopefully, I would think
Mhm.
they would be burning.
Yeah. They are both very injured. They're injured, but they're still attacking you guys. So Dissa, your character Reslin is currently chilled and incapacitated. Make a Constitution saving throw right now to overcome this. You also took 12 damage. So this is a learning experience for you. First, you look at your character sheet, and under
Oh, I have to open that again.
yeah. So never change your hit point maximum because we'll lose track of that. Always keep your hit point maximum there.
How
I'm
do you
gonna-
open your stuff?
Someone explain it to her. I'm gonna fix her current hit points while she does that. Let me see. So it'll be.
Was she
Oh
explaining?
wait, I figured it out. Okay, got it.
So you have 15 HP left from 27. And now what you're gonna do is I fixed your HP. You're going to make a Constitution saving throw now, which will be under your saving throw section on the top left category. You're overcoming a chilling gaze that these Yeti have done to you.
I can't save it. Oh,
Right. Okay, so you've overcome that. So next turn you're gonna get a chance to do something. You overcome that. So we're gonna go to this first Yeti's turn because Lorian just finished her turn. And that Yeti.
His right now, currently.
Which one? The Yeti? Yeah. The Yeti's first attack scratches and slashes at your shield again. You are very well protected by your armor. You're just covered in it. The second attack also slashes at your chest plate and doesn't hit you. You've got, so that kind of armor actually is pretty valuable. Like, definitely adds up. Archimus is going to make a another vicious mockery to the one on the left now. And that's going to be wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I'm here.
He does not get affected by the string of insults. But he already has a disadvantage. He doesn't take any psychic damage though. The Yeti on the right now is attacking Falminar with disadvantage because of the fire. The first attack does not injure Falminar. His armor protects him well again. These are all hitting him, but they're hitting his armor. it's close quarters. So that
Do I
would have been
hear
a,
any
that
of this
that
going
would have
on?
that would have been a 26. Yeah, you're hearing all this. It's
Oh my
actually
God, I would've been dead.
I actually totally didn't do Cedric's initiative, so we're gonna do him next. Yeah, that would have been a 20, not a 26 damage, a 26 hit to hit. But the disadvantage, the fire caused the disadvantage, so it did not hit you on the first attack and on the second attack. Okay, we're gonna put Cedric in here because I fucked up the turns. So Cedric, your move. Are you back at this PC?
Okay, I am.
Excellent.
Alright. What do I have? Okay, I know they don't like fire. That's good to know.
Well,
Surprise!
you don't necessarily know that in character.
I mean, he didn't like the fire. He was screaming. So
Correct. I mean,
like that worked. Alright.
it didn't make him happier.
It made him very much not happy, so bonus action, shillelagh on my stick, and produce flame surprise, and I'll throw it. Which one is closer to dead?
You cannot tell by
Okay,
looking
which
at them.
Which one was the one that was screaming?
Both of
Probably
them.
both of them.
They both roared in panic.
Alright, I'll
And
throw
they-
it at that one.
Which one? The one on the left or the right?
Right.
The right. Okay. I'm
And
sorry. What was your spell again? It was what spell are you using? Sorry.
produce flame.
Produce flame. I'm gonna have to have you move up to next to Archmus in order to do that. And so
Okay.
that does. Is the 21 the damage or the attack? I'm confused.
That's the hit.
Yeah, you do hit. You do hit. So what's the damage there? 10. That's a pretty
10.
good hit there. That's a pretty damn good hit.
Surprise fire.
Yeah, that's a pretty good hit right there.
Crispy.
Crispy critters.
Okay.
Crispy.
I mean, he cries out in panic once again. These things clearly do not like fire. You can tell it's throwing off their ability to fight. Next,
Good,
we
good
have Falminar's move.
Yeah, boy. All right. I'm gonna come up on this. I'm gonna come up on the same guy with my my axe. I'm gonna do one-handed. There we go.
Nice.
Sorry, right or left? Sorry, that was
Right
or
on the
left?
right.
It does hit. It does hit. It chops straight into his chest. His natural sturdiness of the skin stops it from going further, but he does take the 13. Yeah.
All right. I don't know if I can do
Severely
extra
injured.
attack again.
Severely
Probably
injured.
not.
Well, I don't know. How does that? Is that a once a rest thing, or how does that work? I need to know.
I don't know. This is all it gives me.
What is it? Oh, extra attack. That's anytime you do an attack, you can attack twice.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
shit,
you're,
alright.
you're a goddamn tank, man. Go ahead.
You just going and going and
Motherfucker,
going.
he's gonna get it again. Same guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one
God.
actually, that one chops the Yeti down. The Yeti is slain. Okay, next it is Lorian's turn.
Oh well. Okay.
I'm
So
sorry.
one
I'm
of
sorry.
them's-
Nim is totally not on the stack
Yeah,
here. I'm
yeah,
so
Nim is
overwhelmed
actually
right now. Nim, you haven't
able to do
spoken up.
stuff
I'm
now.
sorry. Nim, you're actually healthy and good to go. I'm so overwhelmed
Nim?
with the stack. I apologize. If I skip someone, just give me a heads up, because... Are you there, Nim? I will go for Nim if he's having technical difficulties. So this is going to be an extremely difficult shot. He's essentially shooting
Oh no.
through the two of you, but she
Hasn't shot in a
chooses.
while.
She
All
chooses.
kinds of was.
She chooses to make the shot. She's a wild card, and she's gonna make the shot. She's gonna try. Okay, so
Oh no.
so she's actually using a hand crossbow right now,
Pew.
and she's going to shoot the remaining Yeti.
Hannah Pew.
There
Hello?
you go,
Oh,
ladies and
nice.
gentlemen. Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen.
we can hear you.
So,
Yeah.
so Nim, I actually rolled for you because you're having technical difficulties, and you made a all-star shot.
Been here for the last 20 minutes.
You shot.
Oh, no.
So do I have to roll for the damage separately? Why is it not showing the damage?
Just click on the hand crossbow wording on the rolled part, and it'll roll
Got it.
damage.
Got it. So you just shot between Falminar and Lorian's head to hit this remaining thing. Wait, I click on the actual weapon. Is that right?
No, so like where you rolled it, like in the chat, just click on the word hand crossbow.
Got it. 6 piercing. Okay, he only gets 1 attack, is that right?
No, it just gets 2.
Okay, would you like to make the second one, Nim?
No, it's fine.
Too risky, right? I don't blame you. Okay, so you shot...
No, you can do it. I've got to deal with some other problems that's just come up, so...
Okay, so would you like
Let's get back in
to...
fight.
Would you like to shoot again? I can roll that for you.
Yeah, just roll for me, please.
Okay. That narrowly misses Lorian's head.
Oh baby.
Ah!
And it does strike the Yeti as well. That's a good hit.
Dink.
Now it is Reslin's turn. Reslin, you are now able to do stuff because you were stunned by a chilling gaze, as they call it. Reslin, that's you, Dissa. Wakey
Just
wakey.
stuff.
What?
It's your
It's your
turn.
move. You're in combat. You're fighting Yetis. One of them's dead in front of you. The other
You
one's...
can do things.
Okay. So I'm behind them?
You
That is
are
correct.
behind one of
Yeah,
the Yeti.
you're right.
Kill it in the face.
Yeah, so can I kill it?
So none of
I
your
should.
weapons are actually... I don't know if you have any physical weapons right now. That's... Oh, you have 3 daggers. You have daggers, and you have your spells.
Pull attack on Titan, grab him by the
Do
neck,
you-
and just.
Yeah,
it's swinging around.
exactly.
So that
Not
would
throwing
be... If you wanted... You can try to slash, or you can try to grapple. What are you trying to do? It's different rolls altogether.
Flash.
Okay. Her sheet's not set up. I'm gonna give Cedric access to it. I know I put a lot of responsibility on Cedric, but I need help multitasking
Dagger
too.
is. I'm assuming she's proficient in it.
You now have access to the character sheet. She is
yeah.
proficient. She's a sorcerer and is proficient in daggers. So if you can help me just get that damage in there and do the roll for her, that'd be great.
I don't even see your character sheet.
Okay, let me fix that. One moment. Here we
I'm
go.
gonna say that is.
Uh,
You can also throw your dagger if you want to.
there you go. Now I give you access to it.
Okay. Let us see.
It would make sense to throw it at this distance, if you ask me. She's close enough to strike it from where she's standing almost, so she just needs to take one step forward.
Dex. 5 feet. Bonus resistant damage is 1d4. Dex. And. Papa. There you go. Damn.
Okay, she slashes with the
take it again.
dagger and misses. In time, you will learn more about your spells, and that's going to be a much more effective means of attack than the dagger. Next, the remaining Yeti attacks Felminar. Here we go.
Fireball is much more effective than stab.
Here we go again.
First one slashes your chest plate again. Your armor is really good.
Yes.
Dink.
And also slashes your armor yet again. You are very well armored,
Dink.
and the fire also did give it disadvantage too. So next it is Artemis's turn again. Artemis just sort of steps aside after seeing Nim shoot, and he realizes he doesn't have a whole lot of long range, so he's just kind of stepping out of the way. And he sees that you guys are finishing the fight. Cedric, it's your move.
Oh.
Did I get my turn this round or no?
Did
'Cause
I
I think
give
he
you a turn
skipped
before?
me.
Go ahead, your turn. My mistake. Sorry. I'm trying to keep track of this.
Yeah,
There's
because you did.
there's a window for initiative. I need to use that more often. We'll
Yeah.
do that next time. Go ahead, Lauren.
Alright. 7 fire damage,
Oh,
unless.
baby. Oh, hey.
Turn her. So, I fire bolted that motherfucker's ass for 7 damage.
Fire bolted him. Okay.
Pew.
7 damage. All right. All right. Yes, it hits. He's still fighting.
So now it's Cedric's turn. Yeah.
It
Alright.
is Cedric's turn.
I'm assuming that I'm not close enough to hit him. Like if I run up and smack him, like I can't get through Val and Lorian.
There's already 2 people there. You would not be able to get through unless you have to do like it would be a dexterity roll, and it would be difficult to get through them. It's very tight.
I don't even go bother. And Surprise! Produce flame again.
Is that something that needs to?
Cantrip.
Okay. Well, even with a 23, you wouldn't hit either of them in front of you. So
Cool.
now produce flame. That actually does damage, right? It's not
Yes,
just like
so I can make flame, but I basically make a ball of flame, and then as part of that same action, I can just chuck it at someone.
Right. Just be aware that if you got a 23, if it was lower, you
Yeah.
could have hit the 2 friendlies in front of you.
I'm faithful in my abilities.
Okay. You
I'm
do strike it, and it
already
is a
less than
successful hit.
half.
That's a good hit. All right, now it is Falminar's turn. Falminar does some beastly damage. So
Finish him.
Alright.
Finish him. Ah.
Give him the one. Motherfucking.
Oh.
Motherfucking 2. Oh god damn it! That
the
second
first
one probably doesn't hit.
the first attack brings it extremely close to death, and the second one would have killed it if you didn't miss. So
it in the
actually, the first attack brings it down, like it kneels down, and that's why you missed the second attack. Swings over it. It is now Lorian's turn.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, hey, that cantrip worked pretty well, so,
Do it again.
and,
Hey,
yeah, 26 again!
frickin' fire cantrips all day.
Jesus.
Yeah, it absolutely kills it. It was on the brink of death. Like it had, I'll tell you out of character, it had 1 HP after Falminar's first attack. So yeah, it is done. They're done. They're dead.
Crispy
Uh,
critters.
Fire cantrips. We haven't rolled below a 20.
I know.
Now,
26.
now, so yeah, okay, you're all together again. You're all alive. The beasts are killed.
Look at
Fair
him,
enough.
just like everything's good, not hurt, all's good.
I rush over to Reslin. Child, where
oh.
did you go? You have to be careful.
You went and got high.
I didn't mean to go get high.
That's
All
even
right.
worse.
I stepped on a mushroom. A carpet of mushroom. I thought it was, a rug or something.
Why
I'm
would
not-
there be a rug in a cave?
Well, I'm not in the habit of getting high, so I don't know.
I can tell.
Well, I mean, I don't know what druids get up to, but Anyway, are you all right, girl?
Noel types need to get out more.
I'm talking to you, Dizza.
Oh, sorry.
You're
yeah.
Resolin.
Chris is
I
just like
didn't
half
realize.
unconscious.
So I need to fill this in because she was AFK at the start. So she was chased by these 2 Yeti down the hallway, and then she
Yeah.
was entranced by their chilling gaze and was slashed by them 2 times before the rescuers came to get her. So she's a little shaken up, a little scared from the encounter. Go ahead, Resolin.
Okay. Yeah, fine though. Just a little scared.
Yeah, I know I'm not the best example right now, because some shit happened, but try to not run away from the rest of the group if you can help it, dear. There's bad things here.
I think she knows that.
Yeah, I clearly know that.
I
got chased down the hallway from them.
So, Marie, or fucking
Marie!
so many RP characters. I was gonna call you this, and I'm like, no, I'll go with the character name. And then I went with the other character name.
Marie.
Resolin, make an insight roll, please, as you speak with
What's
as you
an
speak with
insider
Laura.
roll?
Insight. So that would be one of your skills on, it would be under the area with like acrobatics,
Okay.
athletics.
Click
and
on the
all that.
word.
Between history and intimidation.
There you go, 13.
Bingo.
So you see that you see that Lorian is currently a female. This is getting complicated.
I'm
No,
female
sorry,
again?
a male. Sorry, a male.
Yeah.
Sorry. Very complicated.
Surprise.
You see that he is genuinely concerned about your well-being, and he is also very. I'm a dude playing the girl playing the dude. That's fucking okay. So he is genuinely concerned about your well-being, and also very flustered and pupils slightly dilated and some powder all over the front of the robe. But you can tell that he is actually genuinely concerned and very happy that you are safe after hearing your cries. So genuine,
Okay.
yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I awkwardly pat Reslin's shoulder and look at the Yetis. Is there anything to search that I would actually want to search, or no?
Make an
Not a
investigation.
Yeti.
Make an investigation.
I would like to go and see if there is anything I could scavenge. You know, maybe things like their claws, see what those could be used for.
You can
the
all make an
blood.
investigation, because at this point you're all within
I'll
very
just stare
close
at it.
We're all
range.
standing over the
Can I too?
smoking.
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
So
Woo!
you all see
Huh.
that some of the fur has been singed, and these two beasts carry no items, no satchels, nothing of importance. But you see that there was also some blood on their fur from before the encounter with these investigations. So you think that maybe they were feasting or battling something else earlier in the day.
Ugh,
Unfortunately,
they
no
reek.
items. And they do
One
indeed reek.
thing I would like to do is go in. Did they attack with their claws specifically?
Yes, they were slashing
Okay.
with their claws.
I'd like to get some of their claws, some hide or fur,
Mic
their
off.
fur, and some of their blood.
Mic on.
Yes, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. So make a dexterity roll. Or sleight of hand, sorry. Sleight of hand, because what you're doing is... You know what? I'm sorry. Make a dexterity, because you're...
So
Fuck it. Fuck it.
minus 1. So
just keep it.
15.
Yeah, because it's your ability to pull these things off of the bodies with your knife and whatnot. So you get a total of 8 intact claws. And do you have any vials to collect the blood?
I
Any empty
do.
vials? How many would you like to attempt?
Let me see how many I have. Where do I have them?
I cover my mouth with my sleeve and delicately back away.
Let's fill a flask with.
That you do that successfully. You now have a flask of Yeti blood.
What? It's just blood.
Bleh.
Yeah, whatever. I like flick a little bit at him.
Ugh.
So at this point, Artemis lets you all know that Sandro, without letting anyone else know, went ahead to fight the dark white spirit in the other plane of existence and completely vanished. So he's no longer with you at this time.
Oh, so he just went off alone.
He did.
Well,
And
he had to.
Artemis explains how he knew that he had a deep sense of courage, and he felt like it was his duty as the monk to do that and protect us all and help us find the exit. Because, yeah, there you go.
What about the fur? How much did that do?
Well, the fur is very singed and damaged, but you
Well,
did see that
yeah.
some of those orcs earlier were wearing Yeti fur, so they can be converted into clothing. But these
Yeah, it's
are all
like it's like scavenge stuff.
you can't really scavenge the fur. It would take like a proper taxidermy
Dang.
and tannery like tools and whatnot, and they're damaged. Like I said, they're singed. A lot of it's singed and mangy. I mean, you can take some fibers, you can shear some hair, but you can't get like a coat of fur from it.
That's true. All right, I'll just skip on that then.
All right.
It's
What do you
just-
all do now?
Well, I'm feeling pretty done with exploring
hands.
deeper into those tunnels personally. Although I did see a bridge back there, but where did Sandro leave on his spirit journey? Where did he leave from? From here?
So Artemis designates this location. He explains kind of back toward the watery tunnels there.
Do you think we should wait for him there, or see what those Yetis were guarding?
I want to see what they're guarding.
Well, Artemis says that Sandro didn't say anything. And he leaves it at that.
Well, at least we killed him.
Just let him do his thing.
All right. What?
Ah!
Girl!
Ah!
I don't give him more than 4 days, to be honest with you.
She got all right. She's gonna be the one that dies first. Bet 20 gold on it right now.
Okay,
You know what a
Reslin.
canary is, right?
Make a perception roll, Reslin.
Ooh.
Unless the
okay.
canary tries to live.
Well, first over here, because you went over here first. So
Okay.
Make your perception roll. I just can't wait till she runs into a trap. So you see that this is a caved-in passageway. There's a bunch of rubble here.
Oh yeah.
You also see that over
here.
here. You also see that over here is about a 40-foot high ledge with an open door, and over here is also about a 40-foot high open door as well, and a crumbled bridge.
Jeez.
There used to be a bridge that went across this area. Were you also
But those
going
are-
to search that area up above? This way?
Ha-
Or did you want to wait for the team? It's up to you.
We'll wait. We'll wait.
Oh, thank fuck.
Hey, she might be
Alright.
catching on.
I'll leave. I'm just gonna control Artemis.
I got screwed up by Yetis last time and chased.
No, I mean,
I
sorry,
don't want
no,
that
I mean-
again.
Yeah, so clearly the best option is to run off in front of everyone. Obvious.
Before we move on, does anybody have something that can heal me?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty hurt also.
Okay,
Actually.
I'll go up to Fel. How hurt are you?
I mean, I'm missing 22 health.
Oh yeah.
Okay, in character, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hurt are you?
About a 7.
Okay,
I can't help.
well, Lorian, how hurt are you?
About a 4 or 5.
You'll
I mean, I'm hurt. I'm
But-
hurt, but
you'll-
not as bad as him.
I forget.
Okay.
When did you get injured?
Maybe. What, me?
Yeah.
Chilling gaze at the beginning of combat. I lost
got it.
10,
Got it.
10 health
Fuck.
points.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Okay, I'll
I've got,
go
like-
up. I'll go up Felminar and cast second level Cure Wounds on him. Boop.
So that is 7.
Wow, freaking garbage rolls. Check that. And then I'll cast first level Cure Wounds on Lorian. See, there you go.
I got all my health back. Yay!
Banana.
Thank
wait.
you.
No, that didn't. Okay, wait, let me roll another one because it didn't roll all the stuff for you, Felminar.
Oh.
Have another 7. No. Another 5.
Yes.
It is another 7.
That's it.
It did the bonus twice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you get 14 points?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Health.
Oh, I was 1 away from full, but yeah, we're good. We're pretty good.
All right. So it looks like Rosalind is forging onward. You see a little bit of.
Rosalind!
You see a little bit. You see a little bit of actual, a little bit of magma there to the left. It produces a nice warmth, but not to the point where it hurts you, unless you go closer
I
to
want to
it.
lick it. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't put it past you.
She's gonna get us killed.
She's gonna get herself.
As
killed.
I'm leading.
I'm gonna grab at the back of her robes to see if I can pull her back.
I'll tie a handle on it later.
What do you want me to roll, Steve?
A handle on the back of my dress.
You can
My
make a
outfit.
dexterity roll if you want to do that.
Just straight out dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
He just
You do.
makes you
You
roll a
do.
grapple
You
check.
do grab. You do grab. It's actually a fairly easy grab.
Okay. Let's let Falbenar go first, alright, darling? It'll be alright.
Alright.
That's a good girl.
So, Falminar, make a perception roll as you're kind of actively looking around.
Where am I looking? Where is it? There it is. Oh shit.
Okay, so in this area you see an anvil with a forge with you can't see the magma there, but it's actually heated by natural magma. A tannery, a loom, and a carpentry bench in here. So it's a bit of a workman shop. There's also a bit of a pit right here, so be cautious with that pit. The boards there look really rickety.
Alright, so don't walk across it.
And some like finely made stone steps that lead upward into another area.
Any
Alright.
weapons?
An opening
that I
there.
can see?
There's no weapons in this area, just crafting things.
Okay. Alright.
Lorian, investigation. Sorry to interrupt. Investigation, or not? Perception, Lorian.
Perception.
Okay, and Reslin also a perception. Okay, Reslin, as you enter this area, you actually notice a little bit of something glowing right here through a crack in the wall.
Okay. So I can go and investigate that wall, yeah.
Yes, specifically make an investigation roll.
Scoot
Okay.
on up. Oh, thing going on over
So
here.
you peer through the crack in the wall and you see that there is some bioluminescent fungus glowing in there, and you also see that the wall is very thin. It can crumble away if you have enough strength to break through it. And you also see two gray eggs in there that are roughly 3 inches long each.
3-inch long eggs? Is that what you said?
Yes, yeah, they're kind of grayish and leathery in nature.
Are they like Yeti eggs? Can I probably can't reach in there, can I?
No,
Is it
you would have to
thin?
break away the stone wall. It would require some effort and strength to do so.
I'm gonna attempt to actually do that.
Okay, so that would be
Wait.
a strength roll.
What you doing, Rez?
Gonna try breaking the wall, but I don't know how successful I'll be.
Trying to punch a wall.
Fell.
Yeah.
So we're assuming you're pushing and pulling or something like that, and you're unable to get it to budge. It's,
Why are
it's a
you
little too heavy for you.
pushing a wall?
You try to break this wall down here.
Yup.
Well, what's
Alright.
at least on the other side?
Well, as she brings it
What?
all to your attention, you all can notice the bioluminescence as well. And with a 20 roll, he easily kind of crumbles the wall downward. He kind of pulls the rock wall downward, and it kind of crumbles down before you. And the two
I am not
eggs
liable
are
for those eggs.
the 2 eggs are now exposed. They're you can see them easily and reach them easily. They're too small.
So-
Each of them are 3 inches long.
Cedric, do you know what those eggs are for?
Do I?
Make an
I
intelligence
mean-
or make a nature roll. Nature roll.
Nature thingies.
Can I make a nature roll too?
You would
Does
make
animal handling
yours would
work?
be an intelligence roll.
Oh, mine would? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
So you know, based on your books and your reading, Lorien, that you know this is probably the egg of something that's not some mundane creature like a normal bird or reptile that you've seen in just civilization. Cedric, you know that this is likely something that is reptilian. You're not really sure what. You know that it's definitely not related to Yetis in any way. It's something that's reptilian, but you're not sure exactly.
No way,
What?
mammals that don't lay eggs? That don't
But-
lay eggs? What?
But you also know that it is extremely rare. It's something that you don't see every day. That's an incredibly high nature roll.
Woo!
But yeah, you know that it's reptilian in nature and some kind of beast, some beast's egg that is not some mundane creature. It's something dangerous.
Want to raise some dangerous babies together?
I
God,
mean,
that sounds like
Are
fun.
you ready to be a father, Cedric?
not quite
Anyone
in the
else
sense
want
that you were incentivizing, but I've done it with animals before. I'll do it again.
Anyone else
I-
hungry, or is it just me? Anyone else?
No, we
You
are
eat that,
not.
I'll
No.
smack you.
I
So-
am not eating
so-
those.
So Reslin, you were the first one to actually find and peer them through. Do you have any
Mhm.
suggestions as what to do with the eggs, since you're the one who's found them through the crack in the wall? And Falminar was the one to break the wall down too, so there might be some conversation here as to who claims the decision on what to do with them.
How many are there? 3 you said? Or...
There's two. They're 3 inches
Two.
long each. Yeah,
Are they like narrow and just really tall?
they're oval shaped.
Egg shaped.
But
They're
what
egg-shaped.
if we get hungry?
No.
Well, then you're bad
okay,
at
well the people
planning.
that want to eat it are not gonna have any say in these eggs.
Also,
but
What if they're sentient?
okay, well now she's going a
They're
little.
not taste
weird.
bloody delicious.
Also, we don't gotta worry about
I think,
food.
or
Bring
I
that
mean,
up.
I think that Falminar, is that how you say his name? And I can take an egg each if he wishes, and we'll just keep him on us for now.
Yeah,
Unless he
sure.
doesn't want to take it, I'm gonna risk it and take it.
I
Then.
mean,
I'm not quite sure if I trust Val with an egg.
Well, he's the one who broke into the wall. I would assume he'd want it just as bad as I do.
Well, he also gets hit a lot.
I can also
Yes.
tank a lot.
And
too,
then he
but-
leaves the spear behind. He
I'm pretty
left
sure
the
you
spear.
don't want to get like egg in your pants or something.
Nimali
Yeah.
brings up a funny point. He did leave the spear behind. It's a valid
There
point.
is
Okay, well
that.
maybe I'll just hold on to the eggs myself for now then.
That
Honestly, best
okay, but
thing.
if you're gonna be a young mother, then you need to take less risks and be more protective of those eggs.
If you want to live, you
Reslin.
need to do that.
Well, that too, but look, I'm not sure that's a good motivator for her. So, you
That
watch
is a
over,
perfectly good motivator.
but I'm not sure it's one that works on her because I have not yet observed any desire to preserve her own life. But you're now responsible for two little somethings. So
Say, guys,
must-
where's the mother?
Unless they hatch and eat me, or they never hatch. But I'm gonna take the risk anyway.
So, Lorian, make a persuasion roll, please.
No, she's gonna try and persuade me out of this. No,
Oh,
I want
man.
them.
So Reslin, you
Where's
you
the
see
mother?
Yes.
you see Lorian as being somewhat preachy, and you feel as if she's trying to persuade you, but not really kind of doing so in a way that you can relate to.
I don't think you came off quite well. But here's the deal. If you're gonna hold the eggs, don't be stupid.
You gotta take care of 'em. That's
If-
all I'm saying.
If
I
you're
won't be
carrying
stupid.
those
It's
and they
okay. I'll
break,
be more mature now that
I'ma
I got
be
little babes
pissed.
possibly
You
on
guys
me.
hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Yes.
Hello?
yes,
Yes.
Nim. It is Nim's turn. Go ahead. What would you like to say?
I can't hear you. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Alabetti spaghetti. Hello.
Hello, Nim.
Beep beep. Got no
Beep-bop,
sleep.
boop-bop. Ding
So,
dong, your opinion
so
is wrong.
Reslin takes the two eggs and puts them in her pack. Is that correct, Reslin?
Yes.
Now, let me see if you have anything in your pack that you might be able to help protect the eggs, because although they're leathery and more durable than a chicken egg, they are still prone to. You can tell that they're still prone to being crushed,
I
like a bottle.
Do not.
Let me take a look at your inventory.
Real quick, could I reach inside the hole and see what the temperature is like?
I got a fancy dress. I could wrap him in the fancy
Sure.
dress.
Yeah, you can do that. Wrap him in the fancy dress. Go ahead, Cedric. Make an investigation roll, please.
I want to see if it's cold or not.
So what should I write it as? Two.
Two
What kind of
leathery
egg?
gray eggs.
Oh,
The temperature is actually somewhat cool and damp, but not as cold as the rest of the place here. It is actually a bearable cool dampness. It's not a frightfully chilly. The rest of this place is chilly enough that you feel your breath. But in there, it's almost as if the moss, the bioluminescent moss, acts as an insulator to the harshness of the cold.
also, I want to take some of that moss.
Certainly. You know that without even making a nature roll, that this moss is just sort of, it produces a very faint bioluminescent pale blue glow, but it doesn't have any magical properties. It's not used in very many recipes, and it is common and mundane. But it does indeed produce a bioluminescent glow in the darkness.
I can figure stuff out.
Mhm.
I'll find a use for it one day.
Mhm.
I found a use for that 10-foot pole.
Hoarders,
Can you hear
Druid
us now?
edition.
Can you hear us now?
I can. I can
Very good.
indeed.
Did you want to say something about the eggs? It's your move to speak.
Oh,
Would you like to? No? Okay.
Comes to like eggs. What egg? Huh?
right, so
Alright.
first things first. Where are the
Mhm.
parents?
Not here. At least as far as we.
And we take their children. I'm not ready to be a kidnapper yet.
I don't
Well-
really think any of us are.
I don't think that there are any parents around anymore. It looks to me like they've been abandoned here. Maybe the parents don't stick around, or maybe the Yeti ate them.
Wait. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait. I like clued in just now. I'm so stupid and blind. Oh my god. For a minute, I thought Yetis laid eggs, but they don't. I don't know where
Well,
my head went.
you'd be surprised. There's actually some quote unquote mammals in D&D that do lay eggs. Just putting that out
I
there.
don't think Yetis are one of them.
I don't think so either. I actually don't. I actually.
But I
actually
like literally
don't know.
like thought.
Well,
I was,
Even in real life, I mean, platypuses lay eggs, and they're not.
Yeah,
they're
they
not
do.
lizards or
But
reptiles, so,
they also have
yeah.
special anatomy for that. So
Yeah, they do.
Mhm.
Okay, so Nim brings up a valid point about who knows, and yeah, what do you think about that, Reslan?
Yeah, I want to keep him. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So this area here is a area where you could potentially make repairs on your gear. None of you, I don't think any of you are trained in that sort of thing, but you can all make attempts to make repairs on anything. I know maybe the ooze hit some of your stuff in a previous session. I don't know if there's anything here that you can make use of, but you have things.
How damaged?
Is there something over here?
I don't believe, unless the ooze damaged your stuff. Did it damage your armor? I think it might have. Do you have a -1 notation on that? And there is something over there. There's another passageway.
Check. My armor, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, so it's you don't need to make any repairs on any of your stuff unless
Okay.
we made. Did you want to proceed that way? You have a tunnel this way, and we have a tunnel this way.
Is there anything I could use to maybe repair my armor?
If it's damaged, yeah. What are you wearing?
Studded leather.
You can use the tannery, and you would. Let me take a look at your skills.
Can Nim just like go for like a wander down one of the tunnels?
I mean, she can.
Yes, you can. You would make 2 rolls,
Don't go low.
Cedric. We're gonna do an intelligence, and we're gonna do a dexterity. Actually, make it. I'm sorry. Make it sleight of hand and intelligence for repairing it, and this is without any training, without having any mercantilism or
Pop that.
craftsmanship. Guidance. Okay.
Woo, plus a d4. And so sleight of hand and then dexterity.
It would be sleight of hand and intelligence
Okay.
to figure out how
Sleight
to
of hand.
operate it and work it well.
Plus a d4. No. Slash. Cool, so 13 for that. And then a intelligence check. Oh,
That would be a 12, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13, and then another 12, and
13 and a 12.
just enough to get rid of the -1 if it had a -1 on that. So yeah, you repair it. And so who would like to go where now? Nim, you should have control over your thing, but I can move it if you're using mobile. I know that can be difficult. Which way?
Yeah. Can Nim just look down one of the tunnels?
Which one would you like to look down? The one with the stairs or the one with the excavated tunnel?
Let's go with the one with the stairs.
Okay. Let me reveal that for you.
I'll be right there with Nim.
Buddy system.
How sweet. Let's go down this corridor and let's split up for clues.
So hey, you almost died. So
You see a room down the hall to your left. I'm going to reveal that for you. You see a few boxes and crates and sort of containers here. Would you like to make an investigation, Nim?
box.
And
I'm
what
gonna
would you like
follow.
to... Are you going to just sort of look over the room or look through a few things here?
She's gonna like poke around, just see what she can find.
Okay, make an investigation. Are you? There you go. Excellent, excellent. That's a really high roll there. So you find. Let's see. This is which room was this? This was that room. Okay. You find 3 flasks with a thick black fluid inside of them. You're not really sure what that is for.
Who's the guy in the room with me?
That would be
It's me.
Cedric. The human druid.
Uh,
Cedric.
she would turn to Cedric. She would turn to Cedric. I'll give you I'll give you a Scooby snack if you drink one of these.
First of all, what the hell is that? Second of all, why would I drink that in the first place?
Well, I don't know. You can't get to know its effects if you drink it.
I can.
I'm following behind. Nim, let's try to not be evil, Can we do that, darling? Can we not poison the only person that can heal us?
And besides,
Perhaps.
we can always do it to someone later.
Well,
Yeah. But then again, he can heal himself.
well, I don't know if he can get rid of Can you get rid of poison? How about magical
Probably.
curses? What if he turns? Well, I was gonna say, what if he turns into a toad? But I suppose he can turn himself into a toad, which would make me think he could turn himself out of being still probably not a good idea. It could be acid.
That's true. I'll test it out later.
Alright.
Welcome,
Nim try
Artemis.
and pour? Can Nim try and pour like one of the flasks out, see if it does anything to that in the environment?
Yes, you can. So
It explodes.
there were, how many did I say? There were 3 in total. So now you're using one of them. So you only have 2. When you open it, you smell a terribly putrid smell, and it's kind of has parts of it that are thick, parts of it that are liquidy, and as you spill it on the floor, the stone of the floor turns into
Money.
muscle and flesh. The stone is transmuting into flesh.
Wait, but now what would that do to a person?
I'm gonna Can I do an
It's the
Arcana?
world's first steroids.
You can do an
Can I do an Arcana roll as I'm observing this, or should it be something else?
I mean,
You
I
put
can't.
muscles
Here's
on
the
your
thing.
muscles.
Sometimes you have to make the decision of what kind of roll you want to make. So, would you like to make an Arcana roll? It's your choice. What kind of roll you'd like to make?
Yeah.
Okay, 22 Arcana. Excellent. So you see that the effects of this liquid are similar to the spell Stoned Flesh. It's a magical spell that you're familiar with. You also put 2 and 2 together, and based on your studies of magic in the natural world, you believe that this is a liquid created from the bile and stomach fluid from inside of a basilisk's stomach.
Ugh. All right.
Could I do
So-
a medicine or nature check to see
Choose
stuff
one.
like that?
Choose one and only one.
Nature.
I would have gone with medicine, therefore we
And
could have maybe determined
guidance,
if
I
it,
could always
like,
do that later.
Yeah, true.
So you also
got my
believe
D4.
this to be crafted from the bile or some of the fluids from inside of a basilisk as well. Although you don't know
Right.
too much about basilisks, you do know that the basilisk is able to digest its, once it turns someone to stone or something to stone, its stomach is able to digest the stone by using this kind of fluid in its body.
Do basilisks, do I at all, I'm not familiar with it, but do I by any chance know if they lay eggs?
You do know that they lay eggs.
Huh.
Oh,
Huh.
fuck.
Well,
All right. So don't.
on the bright
pour-
side, I think I know what the eggs are from.
Yes. Don't pour any more of that out. We might need it. That's basically a liquid form of stone to flesh. It's made out of basilisk bile, which is nasty but necessary. So if somebody gets petrified and turned into stone, we can pour that into slash over them.
Can I take a piece of wood and just put it
Interesting.
into the vial?
What would happen?
That's just on the floor.
Yeah, you can do it. Well, the
Or
bile
is
that's
it
on the
all-
floor, the bile that's on the floor already was all kind of it all transmuted the stone, so there's no like actual bile remaining.
Dang.
As soon as it touched the stone, it transformed it into flesh. Now, I do want to catch Artemis up on what's going on, but first I'm going to finish with Nimwale's search. She also finds 4 silver pieces, and Nimwale, you have to make sure you write these items in your inventory so that you have 2 flasks left of that black stuff. You find a mortar and pestle made from copper. And you
Fancy.
also find some tobacco leaves and rolling paper.
Ooh.
So you have an amount
Money.
of that. You have, what was the other thing I said? Copper, mortar and pestle, and how many?
4 pieces of silver. I
4
think
silver
you said.
pieces. Yeah. That is a that is about a 15-foot distance there.
All right. Well.
Oh wait, I'm out of
I-
time for this.
Okay.
Unless you want to use a spell or something.
I mean, I could, but might need it later. So
That's
you
true.
if you have something that you can do that, I'm gonna call back down the hall. Would everyone like to come along? I don't really feel comfortable with everybody being so split up.
Like to. Well,
My
that's enough to
way
hold one person.
Down.
That's- How sturdy does the ladder on that cloak look?
What cloak?
The robe of useful items.
Oh, it looks like a very well-made wooden ladder.
Like it could hold up a person, like a big person.
Whoops. Just
It could
left.
definitely hold a large individual.
How far is
long
the
is
drop?
how long is the ladder? 40
24
foot.
feet.
40-foot drop.
Nice.
The distance between is only 15 feet.
So
Keep in mind
really-
that things that you use on the robe do not return back to the robe once
That's
they are
correct.
right. Just want to make that clear.
I'm currently just carrying around that 10-foot pole. Actually, that's probably just back at the beginning of.
That is not with you. It
I'm
wouldn't
just like,
have.
I'll
It
just
would
leave
have.
it
It would
there.
have. It would have been too much of an encumbrance to bring up the stairwell that you went through the mountain for like an hour or
It's
two.
back there.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Here's the plan. And I'll take the letter. Boop.
Mm-hmm.
And put it across.
Excellent. You do so, and I'm actually going to draw that in for you.
And it's extra stable because we got extra length. Got an extra like 5 feet on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That is some artistry right there.
I-
Look at that.
Man, look at that.
Man, that's a great ladder.
Slap that in a museum.
So each of you, if you choose to cross, would make an acrobatics check.
Oh!
Plus a d4. Haha.
You're actually fine with a 7.
Okay.
So
But
I'll
you're-
let's go on across. Get a plus.
You
Get a d4.
you definitely were concerned. You definitely had to catch your balance on the way.
Caught
Dominar-
me right
At
wrong.
least
I
Dominar
did. I
makes
said
it
cartwheels
across.
across the fucking bridge.
Thaminar is probably carrying the most weight. Cedric has the most stuff in his bag, but I think Thaminar's armor alone.
mine's a lot like bottles and stuff.
my total weight right now is 135.
Mic off.
Yeah, mine's like
That's, I think that's just for the. No, that's actually everything that I have on me.
Mic on.
Everyone else needs to make a acrobatics check if you're choosing to cross.
I'm letting everyone go
Is
first.
Nim
Get
crossing?
guidance on him.
Nim, are you crossing? He might be AFK. I'm just gonna roll for him.
So, hi, I am alive.
Hi.
Right. Is it possible for Arcnus, is it? The guy who's behind me.
Mm.
Can he pick me up and throw me across?
That's a terrible idea. Don't do
That
that.
would you are too heavy and it is too far. He cannot do
Can I
that.
pick him up and throw him across?
Also too
Definitely
heavy.
not.
Also
I will
too
not
heavy.
let you either.
Still
Also
too
too
far.
heavy and too far. I can tell you right now that would be an impossible check without using any kind of magic or something.
Alright, she would just jump across as well.
So are you
Alright,
are you walking
guidance.
across the ladder, or are you trying to run and jump without the ladder? Because you can walk across the ladder with an acrobatics check, or try a running jump without it. 15 feet is actually not as far as it sounds, IRL.
Don't be dumb.
Yeah, but where's the fun in walking where you can just jump?
I mean, that's a
Well,
40-foot drop.
Also keep this in mind. About an hour ago, you nearly frickin' died.
So by looking at the situation, both can be challenging, but walking on the ladder appears to be easier if you have decent balance without any encumbering effects. So it is your choice, regardless.
Well, I feel like Nim's kind of a risk taker, so if you try and jump across.
Real quick.
Okay, so this one is going to be also acrobatics check. So do an acrobatics
Before she
check,
does that,
but
I'm
it'll be
gonna stop
harder.
her.
Mhm.
Just like, with her hands on her shoulder, just, hey. For the time being, just stay safe for at least today.
Persuasion check.
I could certainly try. Guidance. Haha.
Guidance on
You and
every
your-
single
you
thing
and your-
forever.
You and your numbers.
Ah,
So not only did you not persuade Nim just completely ignored you, but she did a running jump
6.
and gracefully leapt over the pit and did a acrobat's tumble and made it across without any difficulty.
yeah.
A heavy
About-
sigh echoes through the halls.
Not
Okay.
even. I'm just like, that's Drowse for you. Whatever.
I'm gonna give a thumbs up to Cedric. I'm gonna start making my way across.
Thanks.
Acrobatics check, please.
Guidance.
Thank
She
you.
would,
Excellent.
Nim would shout across.
You
Have
actually
that.
do a light jog across it with no difficulty at all.
Yeah.
Alright, next
I'll
person.
be right
Guidance.
back. You can sim my character if you want. I trust you guys.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
I'll be right back.
Okay, Reslin, what would you like to do? Would you like to try to cross on the ladder?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, then
Guidance.
make an acrobatics roll.
Where? Oh god, okay.
It's one of your
Might not be
skills. 14 is enough, yes. You do so
Okay.
with average
Better
dexterity.
than me.
Yeah.
Better than me.
Cedric,
Alright,
you're
alright.
last.
Boop. Hey.
You make it across with ease. You make it look easy. You walk right across. So you're
I
all
do
across
that.
the way. You're all across the way. Okay. Now
Okay.
what? Where would you all? like to
There's
go?
a room here. Is the door open? I'm guessing
It-
since we can see it, it is.
It is. This one is actually closed, but you perceive there to be no traps, and it opens without a lock. So yeah,
Okay,
you can
I'm gonna-
open it.
Open.
No traps. I can just tell you that right now.
Bust in. Oh yeah. Guidance.
So this room appears to just be a very simple place where the monks would eat, and you can make an you did an 11 investigation already.
Pack your
Um,
D4.
You don't see anything of importance in here. Just some old stale bread that's been there for literally like 100 years, and literally nothing of importance in here. It's just where
I
they would
throw
eat
the
in
bread
mess hall.
against the wall to see if it shatters.
It does not. It is like rock solid. Almost
You know how to
petrified.
14.
Almost petrified.
Wow.
If I tell y'all got guidance, you'll need to roll.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to type it in every time.
Okay, sure. I will remember that next time. Yes.
What is that? Just like a standard D4?
Yeah, it's just D4.
Okay.
As far
Well-
as I know.
I'm gonna throw a perception up on this room before I even enter it. I don't even know.
Surprise guidance.
Yep. Do a perception.
Perception, and then let me throw that guidance on.
You see that there was a stairwell that went down to some kind of lower level, but the entire area has been caved in due to some kind of seismic activity. So the
Bonus four,
stairwells,
you
and
see
you
there
also
are
see
rocks.
you also see that there is a large, fanciful wooden door here, very thick, and it is closed, and it appears to be locked from what you can see.
Not if I can help it. Oh boy.
There's
Kind of want to take it down, but I also feel like there's gonna be it's like a trap.
Like-
Surprise, more arrows in the shins.
Oh my god, no, please.
You walk forward, roll a dex.
It seems that this is the best way. Does anybody have a lock, like a lock pick or something like that?
Do you have an
I wonder if those levers have anything to do with a massive wooden door like this.
Hmm.
I wonder.
Can
Do you want me to
someone
go back across and try some levers?
Do I have your
Yeah.
familiar go do the levers?
Well, is my owl strong enough to move one of those levers? I mean, I guess I could do mage hand with it.
Owl's good.
I need
Probably.
to check. I need to check the strength of Owl. One moment.
Are you
I mean,
talking about
the owl, I could use mage hand with the owl, and use
It
that to
could be-
pull the lever.
But what type of owl are we talking about? African or European?
Mage hand would be strong enough, but the owl would not be strong enough.
And Antarctic. So okay, right. I said my owl. Well, guard me for a moment. I focus on my owl so I can see through its eyes and send it flapping back over to here.
Flip,
Mhm.
flap, flop.
It definitely does so. It is there, and it sees the 4 levers from left to
With
right.
with mage hand, I will try this lever first.
Well, from left to right, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one are you trying?
But I guess 4.
You hear a door open elsewhere.
Hmm.
Or
Okay.
rather, a latch unlock a door elsewhere.
Well, that might
From-
be useful at some point.
From,
Val, try
from,
the
so-
thing.
from somewhere within, from somewhere deeper within.
try the
Alright.
thing?
Try the thing.
Try breaking it down?
No, just try
no.
opening it.
I don't. I think that was.
I attempt to push.
It does
Do I
not
need
open.
to roll?
Is it
Nope.
a pull
Okay.
door?
Yeah, I
It is
attempt to pull.
It is firmly shut and will not open with pushes and pulls.
Mage
next
hand on lever number 3.
You hear another latch on another door, perceivably unlock somewhere else.
Hmm.
Deeper
it
Mage
within.
hand on lever number 2.
Ah!
And you hear yet another door from somewhere within, mechanically unlock.
Okay, mage hand lever number 1.
You hear a mechanical lock from within this thick wooden door in front of you, perceivably unlock.
I call my familiar back and I say, I hope I didn't just fuck us, but
I think we found it.
I think we can get through now. Try opening that door.
I attempt to
Pushes,
open.
not realizing it's a pull door.
It opens with ease, considering its size.
Yup, it worked.
Look at that.
Hey, You did the thing.
Did the thing.
Quick question though, Lauren. This is in character. What type of owl is your familiar?
It's a snowy owl.
Oh, I thought. Is it an African or European?
It is well, I don't know what those places are, and also I don't know what a coconut is before you ask.
Going to perception, because long
Mhm.
dark
What?
hallways.
Don't know what a coconut is.
You
but yeah.
see, you see nothing of
18.
interest here. You're using your dark vision, other than the light emitting
I-
from
I am
Cedric. There's nothing. Yeah, there's not much
Okay.
else. It seems very plain. This is
Um,
actually, as you come down the hallway, you see that this is actually an open area here.
Where at? Okay.
Sorry, I was just revealing it.
No,
You can, yeah, there's the doorway is open there. The door frame is open.
It's a door.
This place is huge, but we haven't found where people sleep yet.
That's true, but whatever. Maybe they don't. I don't know.
That is something that Sandra would be able to tell you more about.
If he were here, if he hadn't vanished into the ether, I hope that the tentacle thing didn't eat him.
You know, I probably should have left someone to check.
I'm
Maybe
going
like pop back into existence or something.
to... I'll let those people handle that.
Okay.
So I'll just stay here for the time being, see what everybody else wants to do.
I'm
gonna
going
reveal
to. Is this
hallway
door
for
open?
you. Yes, it's open.
It's a door.
I'm going to investigate the room carefully.
Guidance.
Very good. Very good.
Oh,
Um,
guidance? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me see.
Hey.
Okay, so what was your total?
17.
17. You see a small stairway that leads up this area
Mm-hmm.
to another simple door. You can see that it's not locked. It's like a very crudely made wooden door. You also see a stone door here that also appears to be unlocked. You see that this is also like another meeting and eating area, and you see a dagger left stuck on the top of the table. And make an intelligence roll to identify the carving that is left there.
Boop.
Oh man.
Even with a 7,
D4.
you remember this is like it's something you've seen before, but you can't remember exactly what it was. There's a symbol of 2 S's, but you can't remember what that is. Cedric, you can also make an intelligence roll. Your character doesn't remember, even if you remember out of character.
Right, yes.
You have a D4 though. Forget that.
Oh.
So it's any ability roll.
Oh yeah, huh? I forgot.
So
about
she has
that.
an 11 total, is what you're saying?
Well, no,
An
8.
total.
No, it's vaguely familiar to you, but you can't remember what the symbol is. Cedric,
Huh,
you may...
I'll attempt it.
Okay.
Was this intelligence? Or
I think I've seen this before.
tell again?
Okay, so I don't believe Cedric has ever come in contact with this symbol, if I remember correctly, so you do not know what it is either.
11.
But it is
I got
two,
no clue. I never seen this before.
two intertwined S's.
I got nothing.
I feel like I've walked into the kitchen and looked in the pantry, but I don't remember why I walked into the kitchen and looked into the pantry.
Fair.
Is that a stairwell?
I feel like I just
Yes.
don't know where I am.
Okay.
Over here is a
Like you
stairway.
just walk into someone else's house. Walk into a pantry, all the food's different. Like, what is going on? Is this place even real?
I wonder why somebody.
I'm just gonna
Why
follow
are there
along.
traps here?
No, those are actually just so basically where you see the water here, you
Oh, are these
realize that
grates?
you realize that that's grating to actually help with like ventilation and for drainage. So there's an underground river, and that's a little bit of grating for the underground river.
Mic off.
Yeah, I'm still gonna roll perception on that just to make sure.
I'm not close to you, so I can't boop you.
Mic on.
It's fine.
They appear to be sturdy iron bars with nothing unusual about them.
Although I guess if you want to, you could run back, have me boop you, and then go do it.
Nah, I'm good. Just gonna look at. Yeet.
It's a swiggity swoogity.
Sweetie Suki walking my way down that hallway.
Fell.
Don't be dumb.
Don't get lost.
You see
Don't
another door similar to the one you've already pushed open. Another thick wooden door with like carvings on it and whatnot.
Okay.
Okay, Lorraine and Cedric and Reslin and all you folks, what would you like to do? You're back there.
Mic off.
Thing.
I'd like to just stand. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Gonna run off somewhere and nearly frickin' die.
I
Mic
can't
on.
turn my
It's
camera.
Reslin,
like
Weird.
make a Constitution roll, please, Reslin.
Oh, okay.
Surprise!
Where
Deck
is
save.
the Constitution? Is it under saving?
Yes.
No, it wouldn't be a saving throw.
yeah,
It would just be your
just con roll?
Constitution. So just roll where it says Constitution on the left bar.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. So you're beginning to feel, because you've been on quite the journey, you're beginning to feel a little thirsty and hungry. You haven't ate and drank in almost a day.
Yikes.
Let me look at your inventory and see if you have anything that you drink. I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Do I hear tummy grumbling?
You actually have 14 days ration, but I don't believe you have anything. Oh, you have a water skin filled with, what does that say? What does that even say? With fresh water. Okay, so yeah, you actually have water and food. So should you choose to eat or drink, you have to erase your water skin in 1 day's ration.
Mic off.
Okay, I will.
Well, at least the water in the water skin. It's not like she's gonna lose the skin, you know.
She just eats the water skin.
Mic on.
Right, that's what I mean. I mean, like,
You guys would be like, what the fuck did we pick up?
Wait, what?
that's what I mean. Yeah, like she would erase the fact that it's filled. It would then become an empty water skin.
You sure we didn't just pick up a freaking goat? What's going on?
All right, Lorraine, are you heading up there?
Exact.
Yeah, I can't turn my character now for some reason. I'm not sure why, but yes, I'm gonna go and take a look in here.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to
Investigation.
investigate.
Boop.
So,
Okay, plus the D4 if it's needed.
So, like many other monasteries you've
19.
seen, you realize that these monks actually, in their spare time, do some brewing. This is an area where they actually have racks of different types of stouts that they brew. You find several bottles of bitter black ale, which is a bitter stout, and
Nice.
the stout. I mean, if you can open a bottle, you can maybe tell more about it.
All right, yeah.
Nim's
gonna-
just following everybody else for now.
I'm gonna open a bottle of stout.
Well, you
And,
can tell that it's actually very alcoholic and actually very fresh, and that this cold room is actually really good for storing it for many, many decades. And you also find 2 empty wineskins and 3 heavy kegs. The wineskins are empty, and the kegs have the bitter stout in it.
Nice. Everyone, I've made a very important discovery.
Well, no fair.
Booze.
We're about to get freaking plastered.
I take a swig. I take a swig of the stout.
Don't be dumb again.
Not a big swig, just a swig.
I'll hit you.
Mic on.
Archimus, make an intelligence roll because you are also looking at the carving on the table that was left behind with the dagger.
Archimus is. You're gonna need to roll for Archimus because
Okay,
he's
got it.
currently ill, so he needs us to roll for him.
Got it.
Oh,
Get a 23.
yeah.
So I believe his character did remember this. He recognizes the double S as the silk strands, which means they are either here or have been here, which means they are ahead of you on the journey to the Belmar estate.
Wait, the silk strand. That was the pirate.
No, that was the thieves.
Those were
That
the
was the
rogues
people
that...
that-
Oh wait,
That
I'm
was the
sorry. So,
Yeah,
So Cedric knew the silk strands, but he just never saw the symbol itself. That's the situation here.
I'm sure Archimus would tell us about that discovery.
Right. So when he announces that, Cedric should know in character automatically. The
It's
silk
the
strands
idiots that freaking nearly
that hired
killed him.
The ones that hired, correct. The one that yes, there you go.
Yes. See, it doesn't matter which pirates I was talking about. It still applies.
So I can't remember if everybody kind of shared information about the rogues and the ship and the will
I
and
told them
everything.
about the silk strands. So I'm like, yeah, I got hired by these
Mic
dwarves,
off.
and they didn't pay me.
Yes, we did talk about it. Well, they're ahead of us. They might get to the Belmar estate before us, but the big evil tentacly eyeball god told me that Nim's uncle works with him. So I'm thinking Nim's uncle is probably still alive, and I'm thinking if they get there before us, they're fucked.
I mean,
So,
they weren't exactly competent.
Good luck to them. Anybody want some booze?
I
There's a
got
few.
kidnapped, so
My
fuck
God.
you.
I mean, hey, that's on you. Half of them died during that fight.
this is news to Nim. This is the first time Nim is hearing that his uncle, her uncle, sorry, might be alive and have been ordering the slaves. So this is news to
Oh
Nim.
yes. So so I share everything that I heard from the tentacle creature and insist that I can still feel him in the back of my head. That is real.
Let me hit it out.
Okay, so can Nim pick up the dagger? Like, can she actually pick it up and take it?
Yes. Yes, she does that.
She's gonna do that then. She's gonna pick it up.
Very good.
And then
you have
she's
it.
going to use that knife to slit her uncle's throat.
All right.
Stabby tools. You teleport over there to. Shank.
All in the family, huh, Nim? All in the family. So who wants some really good bitter stout?
Are any of the bottles labeled?
They are
They're
not
all-
labeled. They all are the
Dang.
same. It's just the monk's brew stout. It doesn't have a name, but that's what it is. They brewed the stout. So yeah.
What has the most? Which
Pass
bottle
me a
has the
bottle,
most
then.
dust on it?
They all have the same amount of dust, and they all seem to be full. They're not light either, so you would only be able to carry a couple bottles at most, and the kegs are too heavy to carry as well.
I'll just go and take.
Yep, take as many as you
gonna,
like.
I'm gonna take the skins.
Mm-hmm. 2 empty wineskins. Yep.
Yep.
They can
so
be
I'm
used for
gonna put
whatever. They can be used for wine, ale, water.
I'm gonna take the 2 empty wineskins, so...
All right.
Nim's
Falminar,
gonna take a bottle and then drink a little bit.
very good.
Yeah, do like a freaking like bag of holding.
So Falminar and Reslin, you are down this tunnel. What would you like to do next?
Kind of like
Not dying.
what's going on with this door? What's behind door number 2?
This door
A
is,
brand new car.
is unlocked and opens. Okay, here we go. So this room is the room that you saw
Wow.
in the magical mirror that Reslin has.
Oh yeah.
I believe Reslin has it.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay, are these 2 dead, or are they just sleeping? They're
They
dead.
They were
are-
dead. You said last time.
They are dead. So you can make a perception or investigation, your choice. Pretty much the same deal.
I'll do perception
I'll do
if I
investigation.
can. Can I? Or no, not yet.
Ah,
Yeah, you can do perception. Go ahead.
I'm not close enough to boot.
No.
Oh
You-
god.
Okay.
I would say you should wait
So-
for me to boot, but that still wouldn't have helped.
So even with a 4, Reslin, all you can basically tell from this right away is that this is the same room you saw through the mirror, and you notice the other mirror resting on the side of the wall there, which completes the set of the 2 magical mirrors which can see through to each other. Falminar, you see 2 slain Yetis with many stab wounds. You see a note on one of the Yeti bodies. You see a cabinet that's been ransacked. There's a lot of moss growing around this cold, damp room, and there's smashed glass and mundane papers littered across the floor. You can see this place has been ransacked and there was a battle here. There's also a dead mage on the ground in a puddle of blood in a torn and bloodied robe, and a wand that is on the ground that lays in the puddle of blood. And then there's a few other things that can be found if you investigate further, but that's what you see with your 14.
Okay.
Roll.
That note, does it have anything of
Mhm.
importance on it?
It does. So you pick it up and you now have it. I'm gonna share that with the party though. Let's see. Go. I'll read it aloud. It says, "Dear adventurers, if you're reading this, you've already seen that what we've done to Starry. You've seen what we are capable of. We have been watching you until our mage was slain. It is miraculous you have made it this far. This life is not meant for you. Turn back, eat a nice warm meal in the roost, find a quaint farm to settle in, and grow old. Continue onward, and you will die in this icy hell. The Bellmare will be ours." Signed, Merrick Rummel, guild leader of the Silk Strands.
Well, I
Well-
for one think he makes a good argument. Let's go.
Well, that's dude also.
No,
that
hold
dude
on.
still
If-
owes me like 150 gold. So.
If we do that, then the world is going to be consumed by that fucking tentacle god. I'm pretty sure. Also, hey, they can't watch us anymore. Also, do I see the black mirror that's hanging in there? Because I'm in here now.
It's not a black mirror, but it is a small circular mirror, which, yeah, did you make a roll? Let me see.
Yeah, I made an 11, so
You do see it, yes.
D4.
I'm gonna take that mirror.
Also, Nim, if we do that, you can't stab him in the back. So, what's that?
Nim, make a perception roll.
So I was
Oh,
going
shit,
to
what
do
have I
a
done?
general perception roll.
Make a perception roll. No, you're just in the room, looking around.
Pop D4.
Also, I forgot a couple things. Falminer also saw a couple of non-magical basic weapons in the corner of the room as well.
You go.
How did I do?
You have an 11.
Nice.
Archimus is too ill to continue for
Okay.
today. So we're gonna have
Alright.
to drop him.
So I'm going to do a few things for Archimus at this point then, because Archimus finds in the scattered papers and smashed glass on the floor a special ancient scroll with a special magical score of music on it which can only be played
Nice.
on certain complex instruments. So I'm going to put that in his inventory when I have an opportunity. And Archimus also notices, after all this time, a note in his pocket that was left when he slept on the journey here with the giants. A note from Callista, along with a otherworldly crystal. It says, Mr. Archimus, I left this shiny gem in your bag. I found it in the treasure chest in the Bad People's Cave when no one was looking. I hope this pays for my food and my rescue, Callista. And actually, when we were in the cultist outpost, there was a moment where none of you were watching her, and there was a treasure chest that you guys left unlooted, and there was indeed a otherworldly crystal in there. And she did take it. She is skilled at picking locks and stealing things and concealing things, and she did give it to Archimus in his bag when he wasn't looking. So he has that. He has that note. He has an otherworldly crystal, and now he has a magical score of music. And you also find a bunch of other, like, just mundane weapons in this room.
I would also like to just do a general perception roll.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I haven't yet. 21.
Okay. You also notice that there is a secret passage behind this mantle.
Hey.
Sweet.
Alright, there's a thingy.
I'm gonna search the mage before we continue on with this secret passage and check out that wand too.
I would like to at least look at the passage. See at least how to open it.
Mm-hmm. It appears that you have to just press on the nose of the face, and it opens the mouth.
Oh, wow, that's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, just the mouth?
The mouth is big enough for you to crawl through, and then there's standing room in the
it's a
tunnel.
big-
You can crawl through the mouth, and it's big enough to stand in the tunnel once you get inside. But it's just
big mouth.
there's pitch black in there, so that's all you can see from where you are. Now, when you crawl through, it is walking room once you get in the tunnel. It's just the one hole is crawling.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't even finished exploring the rest of the area around here, but we can come back hopefully. Hopefully.
I don't see why not.
And you never know.
I mean, the waterfall's just right there, so we could always just go down, come back.
Sandro, your monk, is in the astral plane right now. He is about to fight the evil spirit and has followed through his word. Because he followed through with his word and is about to enter one-on-one combat, he is entering another time and another space. We do not know how long it will take him to prevail in combat. But because he followed his word, I shall follow mine. And I have opened the hidden passage out of this mountain for you. Your destination is the Belmar Estate. If you follow this passage, it will lead you the quickest way there. I can tell you that as spirits who can walk through these plains with ease, and if Sandro does indeed prevail, we will send him through space and time to the nearest rip in space and time to where you have traveled.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask him a question before he disappeared, but guess not.
Thanks, dead guy.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should finish looking around before we go.
Maybe we'll actually beat him. Aha.
Maybe, but I mean,
We got a faster path. Also, like flying, but I mean, they're not competent enough to do that.
like we could. It shouldn't take too much longer to look around, right? I mean, who knows if we'll ever pass this way again. I'm gonna peer across this bridge and see if there's anything.
This route cuts through sort of like a back crevices through like all the mountains. It's a quick way. You're there. You had no time to rest, however, because the cold was extremely biting and the blizzard was very rough. It was also the mountains were also extremely dangerous territory. But yes, erase 1 day's rations for each person.
Okay.
Everyone is here except for Sandra, who's still in another plane of existence, which you think might be the astral plane.
I can't control character.
So before you, you see
a bridge.
Let's see if we have that image ready.
This is a very big bridge.
The painting that you had of the Belmar estate, here we go, is identical to what you see. You are now on that bridge, and you see the estate ahead of you. However, the tower isn't as high. That's the one thing that's not as high. It appears to be about two stories high, but each floor has a very high ceiling. And you see that the front gate is open, and there is a little bit of smoke billowing. I would like you all. There's also lots of snow and harsh winds across this bridge, although not seen in the image. Can you all make a perception check, please?
Oh man! Although it's all at the same time, so I can't pop any of you. Sorry about that.
Perception, you said, yeah?
Yeah, make a perception check. I'm looking to see if I got a chance to upload that image.
Cedric and his...
So a 19 perception.
Hey.
So beneath the snow, it's not readily visible, but when you start to notice a little bit of something shining under the snow, you see this man, and make an intelligence roll when you see this frozen and dead man.
I also got a 19. I'm assuming I need to roll as well?
A 19 perception?
Yes.
You see this as well. You can make an intelligence roll as well, yeah.
Click.
So you do not remember this, but Lorian, you do remember there was a picture shown to you very briefly in the law offices of Port Firth when the will was read. And very briefly, the half-elf Jaron McKinnon, banker, showed you this picture of Levison Farthing, who was supposed to be the trust of the estate, the man who was supposed to reside here until you arrived. He is killed, and he also has arrows sticking out of him, which appear to be orcish arrows.
Oh, damn it. Orcs!
They'll
You
be
also
easier than people.
You also can tell that this body has been here for weeks.
There were orcs. It's an old body. This was supposed to be the caretaker. I wonder what happened to the quote-unquote pet. Also...
The pet? What?
Yes, there's supposed to be some sort of a pet that this fellow was supposed to be taken care of, and given the nature of my uncle-in-law, well, not uncle, whatever, cousin-in-law...
Your family doesn't sound particularly sane.
Look, that's the drow side, okay?
I mean, there is you, so I don't know about the rest of your family.
I'm offended.
How dare!
Oh, I dare.
Ugh.
Sure, freaking watch out. I'm out here getting freaked out by a little bit of blood.
And I say...
Scorched flesh is okay, but drop of blood, eh.
Rude.
You didn't care when the Yeti had all the blood there.
It smelled bad, alright?
You didn't say anything. Never commented.
You think that smells bad?
Anyway, I really wonder what kind of pet that was. I wonder if it was some massive slimy something or something undead or... Ugh. I really don't want to be here.
Yeah, slimy, I'm gonna surprisingly agree with you. I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, hey everybody, this is gonna come as a real surprise, but we're fucked.
Hey,
and
you don't know that yet.
I searched the body. Is there anything useful or anything that tells us anything?
Only damaged parts of the armor remain. Whoever looted the body, it could have been rogues, it could have been the orcs, looted everything that was of value. Except for the large sword. Whoever looted the body was not interested in the large great sword. You know that rogues generally don't use large great swords most of the time, and orcs are usually too frail-bodied to use such a large weapon.
Does it look magical?
It does not.
It is a sword.
Does Falmanar know that he's muted?
I don't know.
I do.
Oh, okay.
I'm just muted so that you guys don't hear my keyboard.
Ah, yes, thank you. Okay, just making
That's
sure.
fair.
So, okay. Well, guess we're gonna cautiously continue to cross the bridge.
Okay.
So you approach
Sure.
the front of the Belmar estate, and you see that the front doors are open. Do you enter?
I'm gonna send my owl in first to take a more subtle look around. Well, kind of hovering near the edge.
Okay, so the owl, if it flies into the
Yeah.
door, it must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. How do I do that for my owl?
Let me see what the owl's dexterity is. One moment. Okay, the owl's dexterity is a 13, so it gets a +1 on its roll. It has an HP of 1.
Hey, I can use a saving throw, right? Because my dexterity happens to be 13 also. So.
Okay, is that what the 20 is?
Yeah, it's the same. You wanted a saving throw, right?
Correct.
Yep.
It narrowly dodges crossbow bolts, which are shot from. Make a perception roll. Cloaked figures.
I whisper to the party, shots Cloaked
By
figures.
what?
with crossbows.
Were the silk strands often cloaked? I kind of forgot.
Yeah,
They were, yeah. You
they
would know
were.
that in character, yeah.
All right. Well, at least we know who we're dealing with now.